This is my DQ. It stands for Dairy Queen. It's a place where you can go and get really cheap milkshakes and crappy fast food. This is they're in Canada. I don't know if Dairy Queen is in the United States. I don't know. I'm trying to remember the last time that I went to Dairy Queen. Um, let's go with 40 years ago. You know, if you go to McDonald's and you order one of their soft serve ice cream cones, pretty much that's what you get at Dairy Queen, but maybe a little bit more variety. They used to have, soft serve ice cream, and then they had chocolate sauce that they would dip it into, and it would get kind of hard and crusty. I mean, summer's almost over. Where I'm living today, it was a cold day. Wet, about 59 degrees, and it's August 25th, I think. Now, both of my sisters went out of town this weekend, and we got text messages that said that it's lovely and sunny and warm where they are. So I guess I was the stupid one to stay here at home. Okay, this particular Hattie looks like a... Who was that guy on Bugs Bunny? Bugs Bunny, it was like the Tasmanian devil. That's what he looks like. And I don't know. I don't have anything to say about the Tasmanian devil today. I've been thinking about the devil and the details of the so-called fires in California. The last time they had major fires in California, which was maybe about a year ago, I guess, they said that a lot of the fires they thought were being started by directed energy weapons. Do you remember Star Trek? They had phasers. And the ship, the Enterprise, had phasers. Those are directed energy weapons. And that's what a lot of people were saying start the fires in California. Maybe they're mounted on planes or helicopters. I don't live in California, and I haven't been to California in 15, 20 years. But I really don't know. How am I going to know? Am I going to listen to mainstream news? I did hear a little bit of Lester Holt on NBC News as I walked by because someone in my family likes to watch Lester Holt every flippin' day. Lester Holt can do no wrong in this particular person's eyes. Wake up. Can't wake him up. Can't wake him up, so just put up. But Lester Holt said that California is asking Canada, where I live, to send help with the forest fires. It's only that in Canada, I can't tell you if it's true or not. They reported in British Columbia, Penticton, British Columbia, that there were huge fires. And I even saw a picture of this horrible forest fire that was supposed to be coming towards the city of Penticton, British Columbia. And then the next day, somebody else took a picture of Penticton, and there was no forest fire. So what's true? Is there a forest fire near Penticton or not? Unless you get in your car and drive to Penticton and look with your own eyes, that's the only way you're going to tell, because everything to do with television and news is lies. How could it be one day an enormous raging forest fire, and then the next day, nothing? Nothing. Someone is lying, and it ain't me. Okay, next thing, we got the Minnesota Vikings hat on, and it's purple. What can I tell you about Minnesota? Minnesota is next to Northern Ontario, Canada. So if you cross the border from Minnesota and come into Ontario, it's northern Ontario. Nowhere near Toronto, the enormous city of Canada. It's there's really nothing there. But what can we tell you about Minnesota? Um, I'm drawing a blank. I can't go there. I can't cross the border to go to Minnesota to look to see what's going on. So, and I did have one friend in Minnesota, and I told her a funny joke, very funny joke, and she blocked me over a funny joke. So, I mean, this is the girl likes to party. She likes to drink, and when she was younger, she liked to screw around with a lot of guys. So it wasn't like sexy things were off color for her. She wasn't a Southern Baptist. She was a Northern Minnesota alcoholic that liked to screw around with a lot of guys. So this was a funny, sexy joke. And she blocked me over. That was about 5 years ago. And so I don't get news about Minnesota anymore because she doesn't talk to me anymore. What was it really going on with her? She was going through a divorce with her husband because I think her husband bored her, and she wanted to start getting busy with men again. Okay, this one is looks to me, I always say this guy looks like an extraterrestrial, but he also has a basketball hat. What news do we have about extraterrestrials that we can rely upon? It just gets crazier and crazier. I mean, the reporting on YouTube about people that are supposedly in touch with extraterrestrials. Their stories just getting stupider and stupider and stupider. Who are the stupidest people on Earth? They're not on Earth. They're orbiting Earth. The extraterrestrials, the Pleiadians, Ashtar Command, among. Well, if you think, well, you know that I always say humans are dumb and brainwashed, but the extraterrestrials, they're the ones that brainwash all the UFO people on planet Earth. And these ones here, they've got more screws loose than the humans here walking around on the planet. So as far as the extraterrestrials go, don't expect them to come and rush in and save you from anything. They're all certifiably insane. Which means pretty much the whole Milky Way galaxy is full of humans. I mean, people say, well, extraterrestrials are going to look different than us, little grays like from the Roswell crash. No. Or they're going to be Lyran, Lyran. This is another group of so-called extraterrestrials from the constellation Lyra. I'm sorry, that's the stupidest thing, and I know there's people all over the place that want to know what other, did I have a lifetime on another star system? And then people say, oh, maybe you came from the Pleiades or Lyra. You're Pleiadian. Pleiades is a constellation of stars, and you can only see that group of stars from the general direction of Earth. But if you go in that direction and you expect to see, like, stars all together, they're not. They're many, many light years apart. They're really nowhere near one another, except for the fact that from the position of Earth in the Milky Way galaxy, these particular stars, they all kind of line up from if we look in that one direction. So it's not like, the Pleiades is, one star with a bunch of planets, like our solar system. It's not. But yet they say they're Pleiadian, and they're not. It's stupid. And it's the same with Lyrans. It's so stupid. The people that go on about this stuff, humor them. They're idiots, and they've got their thing. Some people like, to collect cars. Some people like to collect coins or stamps, and some people like to collect UFO stories. Moving along. This is a beer hat. Drink superior beer. And I'll have to admit, this summer, I had one can of Labatt's Blue, and then I had these little, see this Canada Dry? This is like, hold on a second. Okay, this is a normal 355 milliliter can of Coke, which is equivalent to 12 ounces. We don't get ounces in Canada anymore, not for many years. Everything is milliliters. And this is a mini can, so you've got the full-size can and, the little one that is 222 milliliters. So there they are, the two of them. And I bought some Budweiser 7% alcohol beers in the little cans. So this summer I had one can this size of Labatt's Blue, good old Canadian beer that no Canadians drink anymore. And then I had some Budweisers that are small, maybe 3. Now, did I have any more beers than that this summer? No. Poor me. I don't drink beer anymore. Surprisingly, people say that it's beer that causes beer bellies. Now, yesterday or the day before, I told you that I figure I'm about 10 pounds overweight and it's all in my gut. And I don't drink beer. When I was 26 years old, I drank a lot of beer and I had a beer belly then, about 10 pounds. So why is it that now that I've given up beer, and I haven't drank it for 2 or 3 years anyways, why is it that I still have a beer belly? I don't know. But if someone says, stop drinking beer and you'll lose weight, it's not true. Now, my friend wants to point out that I do like sweets. I do. I like cookies, store-bought cookies. And, but I always ate these even when I was drinking beer. So, it's not like the calories are any different that are coming into me than before. There's less calories because there's a lot less calories coming in because I don't drink the beer. And I didn't replace it with booze. So, theoretically, I should have dropped the beer belly, and I haven't. I don't really know why. My friend wants me to admit that I stopped eating meat. I became pretty much vegetarian, and my friend wants to say, well, you're eating carbs because you're not eating meat protein to fill you up. Maybe that's true. Pretty much I get my protein from peanut butter. I eat peanut butter pretty much every day, and I have since I was a boy. I love peanut butter. And what else do I get protein from? Well, I guess the vegetables, whatever vegetable protein there is. I'm not eating I don't know. Anyways, it's not working. Stopping drinking beer doesn't make you lose weight.